Well, I want to say to you, each and every one of you here tonight, that I think you have a lot of nerve being here. How dare you come here? Why are you here? Why are you bothering to be here? Do you know what presence here tonight means? Do you realize what you're saying by being here tonight? You're saying to each other and to the world that you dare to believe that a baby born into abject poverty over 2,000 years ago in a remote province of the Roman Empire actually has meaning and some significance for your life and for our world today. Now that takes a lot of courage to say that. It takes a lot of nerve to state that claim to the world. It's a very daring thing that you proclaim by being here. But I guess you really do dare to believe that, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And that's why we're here tonight. That's why we're here every year at this time. We're here to say that the birth of Christ makes a difference for us and for our world. That it can, that it should, that it must. You see, sisters and brothers, the world desperately needs to hear this, and we desperately need to hear ourselves say this too. We need to believe this. We need to believe that something can make sense of our broken world and our broken lives, which can be so painful at times. There's so much broken in the world. There's so much pain, so much suffering, so much despair, and probably in our own lives there are things that are broken and that cause us pain. And because of this, we need hope. We need the courage, the nerve, the daring to hope. Now, when God chose to enter into human life, God did not come in glory. God did not come with fanfare. God did not come in triumph. Rather, God chose to enter human life at its most vulnerable point, as an infant. Is there anything more vulnerable than an infant, than a newborn? An infant born into poverty, born to a homeless family in a backwater colony of the Roman Empire, a province where there was violence, where there was poverty, where there was death, where there was little hope, because there was so little to hope in. And that's the place where God inserted himself into our history and into our lives. Why there? So God could identify with us in every one of our human experiences and every one of our human situations, one of our human struggles. God is not above us. God is not beyond us. His name says it all. Emmanuel. God is with us. And if you sisters and brothers are looking for God, and aren't we all, and isn't that why we're here tonight? Because we're all hungering for God when we stop to think about it. You will find God today in the same place where he arrived 2,000 years ago. You will find God at the lowest points of human life, the lowest points of your life, the lowest points in the life of the world. And so, sisters and brothers, being here tonight means that we do have the nerve, we do have the courage, we do have the daring to say to the world that it will be better, it must be better, it can be better, because we are not alone. God is with us now and always. Finally, two things. Let your heart this night and always be the stable, be the manger, not just for the beautiful Christ child, but for the face of Christ in every one of his sisters who comes to you. Let your heart be that place of welcome, and know that because you let them in, God comes in. God is with us. God is always with us. And when God comes in, God always brings gifts. healing that we all so long for, and peace that Jesus says is a peace the world would not give, but a peace that will outlast any tragedy or loss or suffering that any one of us may endure. And finally, joy, the ineffable sign of the presence of God, not a transitory, superficial joy, but a joy that is the beginning of the joy that will last forever. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for proclaiming by your presence here that you do have the nerve, you do have the courage and the daring to say that this night, this event, this birth does make a difference. I invite you to stand. And together with me, proclaim what we believe, but not, as we've said it 1,000 times or 10,000 times,